This video is by Savix, Retribution's Redemption Arc. Let's see what Savix says. Something about Paladins. Please, Blizzard, I beg you. I'm assuming he wants Paladins to actually be not dog shit in Dragonflight. I think Blizzard secretly, but not so secretly, hates Red Paladins. So we'll see. These are our final stand. What happens here will echo through the ages. Regardless of outcome, they will know that we fought with honor, that we fought for the freedom and safety of our people. Remember, heroes, fear is your greatest enemy in these befouled halls. Still your heart and your soul will shine brighter than 1,000 suns. The enemy will falter at the sight of you. They will fall as the light of righteousness envelops them. Our march upon the WoW forums begins now. Very nicely taken from the ICC speech by, wow, I can't believe I forgot his name. The Ashbringer guy. Oh my lord. Tyrion 4-Dragon. I can't think of any more passionate community than Paladin main. You guys were loud and clear a few years at this point, almost a decade. Feels like developers specifically ignore all the feedback in regards to Paladin. Bro. So fucking true. Biggest true that has ever been true. Light, grant me one found blessing, give me the strength to shatter these bonds, bro, for real. Hi Savix, love your videos, hopefully we can get back to the fun class we once were and not this wheelchair subpar world boss truck. Take care, Herald of the Paladins. Real Paladins never lose hope. We have been hard to RCP copium for 6 years and we will not stop. Let's just hope that this time it's actually hopium instead of copium.
Hello, my name is Savix.
What's up, Savix?
This is for the devs out there. I know you guys are working hard hours, sweating,
just not on Paladin,
stressing, trying to make the game good for World of Warcraft. I appreciate it. I have something for the Red Paladins. This is coming deep from our hearts. So hopefully you guys have the time to listen to this.
Just give us long dick of the law, bro. I don't care what you have to take out. Just give us long dick of the law. Like straight up. That's literally what we want. This whole 14-minute video can be summed up as like, take anything you want out of the Paladin and give us long dick of the law. Fuck it. Give us only long dick of the law. We don't want anything else.
Short slideshow I made on stream. It's a little scuffed, but bear with me. Okay. Next slide. How we fell in love with the class.
Yeah.
Let's be honest, in any MMOs, people choose that one class,
fall
in love with it, and they continue playing it.
There we go.
Because
hi, Savix.
It's an MMO. You immerse yourself with your character. I started off as a rogue and warrior. However, along BC and Wrath, I changed my main to Paladin because I saw my brother playing it, and the class couldn't be slowed. It looked
super weird time to change, but at the same time, I guess Warrior and Rogue were not the best spots yet, so.
Amazing. A juggernaut melee that couldn't be stopped, just charging in and beating people up. So I chose Red, and I've been making content for Red Paladins 13 years.
Since Red?
And this next page, it's a
wheelchair class. Here are all the mobility stuff we used to have throughout the years. Unshackle your spirit, freeing you from one movement impairing effect. This was while we had freedom, I believe. Yeah, pretty sure. Long arm of the law. Oh man, increase your movement speed by 45% for 3 seconds. So good. Clemency. You can use Hand of Freedom, Hand of Protection, Hand of Sacrifice, and Hand of Salvation twice each before incurring their cooldowns. Big, 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 big. Pursuit of Justice. Yeah, no. Oh, wait. So I totally forgot how Pursuit of Justice works. So it was 15% passive and then 5% for each Holy Pulse. So you could actually get 30% movement speed pretty much forever. Right? It does cost you your damage, but like, you know. Trillian's Justice, I don't even remember that. Increase movement speed by 20%. Combo with Empowered Seals. Yeah, I don't remember that. I don't know what this is. Burden of Guilt. Your judgment hits fills the target with doubt and remorse, reducing movement speed by 50%. Oh, I remember that. Yep. But then they changed it to... Well, actually, this might have been the one with the Seal of Justice, but yeah. Empowered seals. Your seals also cause your judgment to empower you with an additional benefit. Judgment of justice. Increase your movement speed by 20%. Judgment of insight heals you for 2% of maximum health. Judgment of the righteousness. Increase your haste. And judgment of truth. Increase your attack power. Yeah, these were like really cool stuff. Especially this one. Wasn't judgment of justice reducing people's movement speed or some shit like that? And now it's like the other thing. But yeah, either way, we always had some sort of massive mobility that we could do on demand, not incurring a massive ass cooldown compared to what it is now.
A lot. I'll probably hide my cam for this so I can show you.
Oh, there you go. A judgment.
This is what we had before Legion. Let's start with Emancipate. Every time you use it, you get to come out of any slows or roots. Clemency, we had 2 freedom, 2 blessing of protection. I don't need to read everything. We loved the 2 freedom. And we had Long Arm of the Law, which improved our movement speed by 45% for 3 seconds. Or you can choose Pursuit of Justice. Whenever you have Holy Power, it stacks up and you can be faster.
But let's be real. Long Arm of the Law was the shit.
On top of that, we comboed this with Empowered Seal. This actually took a lot of skill to seal dance properly. And Judgment of Justice gave us 20% movement speed. So
I was shit at this. For PvE, it's easy. You only do the truth and righteousness. That's not a big deal. But for PvP, dancing around with these guys, oh my god, bro.
If you comboed Empower Seal and Long Arm, we were running 65% almost all the time. On top of that, our Judgment put a slow on the target, 50% for 12 seconds. This was amazing. Reds never complained about mobilities when we had this. However, going into Legion, they removed all of this.
Bro. Okay, he forgot to put in the thing that actually turned into the stupid ass fucking pony, which is Speed of the Light, I think, which was 75% or 70% increased movement speed for like 8 seconds or some shit, and they gave us the fucking pony for 2 seconds, which is like, no one gives a shit about the fucking pony. You want to bring stuff from Diablo 3 to the Paladin, bro? Give us the fucking massive jump, you know? Give us some cool shit. And they gave us one cool stuff, which is like the spinning hammers. That's from Diablo 3. But where's the rest? Where's like the other shit? Why are you giving us all the dumb stuff?
And we got 1 Seed of Shame.
Take Consecration, for example, in Diablo 3. Bro, not saying it's a really good spell in Diablo 3, but they have a way to do the jump, which activates Consecration, right? Also, Consecration can also be a target lock, so it's kind of like you're in a duel, basically, within that Consecration range, and the person can't get out of it. How about that for a talent in PvP? Just, you consecrate something and like the person cannot get out of there. It's like they can't get out of the Paladin. Then you don't really need the mobility, because once you log them into the Consecration, it's a fucking fight, right? So yeah, shit like that would be a lot cooler, but no, like, they don't give us anything.
Divine Seed. And I had to make a lot of videos pushing to get Steed as baseline, because at that time, the devs put the Steed as a talent and we didn't have it as a baseline, which made no sense. Paladins were looked upon as a class that couldn't be slowed.
Listen to this. If you were forced to put the Steed as a talent, like you had to choose that as a talent out of the mobility row, that's how shitty the other mobility talents were. If Steed was your best choice. You know, it's pretty bad.
But going into Legion, that just changed. I guess you guys had a vision to really push the Steed of Shame, aka Divine Steed. However, I don't think it was worth losing all these beautiful abilities for a copy of Speed of Light.
Amen, brother.
Was one of the 3 choices here. Long Arm of the Law, Pursuit of Justice, or Speed of Light.
And you got Speed of Light instead of all the other cool stuff.
Nobody chose Speed of Light because it was on a long cooldown. And
that's what you got.
Getaway, right? Where you can choose constant movement speed every 5 seconds, which Judgment was on a 5 second. But you guys really pushed for that melee Crusader Ret Paladin. Sword Judgment became 12-second cooldown, and it can be shortened to 10 or 9 with a lot of haste. Going on to the next page, where we lose that range advantage. Really pushing for that melee concept. We went from Exorcism that was 30 yard to Blade of Justice, which is 12 yard. And on top of that, our slow, one of the slowest class in the game, now has the longest cooldown to slow people. And it can be cleansed, therefore we can't really catch anything.
Yep.
You guys really took away the reason why a lot of the Ret Paladin players played Ret, being able to move freely and being mobile.
And the thing is, like, even though we could move freely, it's not like we could just catch up to any target, right? Other classes had mobility too. It's not like we just catch up to them, we stick to them, you know? We're able to. But, like, look at Warrior. Warrior can jump and charge to targets. Can even jump twice. Can even charge twice, right? They can at least get to the target. DK can get to the target. They have the mobility and they have the grip. Fuck do Paladins have? A slow that is like 30 yards range on the longest cooldown that no one cares about because you can break free of it with stuff that have shorter cooldown, then you're slow. Like, and what do we have? A fucking horse that's like the most obvious thing, takes forever to get to the target regardless with it, has GCD, doesn't remove slows or snares, so it's like if you pop horse, someone pops slow, you're kind of fucked. Like the whole horse is useless and it's on a 1-minute cooldown. Absolutely makes no sense. Garbage design. Everyone knows this. Everyone knew this. Fix the fucking Paladin.
Reason why we're memed as a wheelchair class. It's just the slowest.
Yep.
And if anyone wants to argue that Reds don't have the worst mobility, I did a video cover of it 5 years ago. Who has the worst mobility in Legion, melee version. I placed in all the classes ranked with slow abilities.
Yeah. Paladin's by far the worst. And the other thing is, it's like, honestly, calling it a wheelchair class at this point is not fair, because wheelchair would at least, go down fast. Like, I would say it's more of a carriage class. So, for example, when you pop your horse, you're being carried by the horse. But other than that, you can't really move. So, like, wheelchair, you can at least move yourself. On a carriage, you can't even move yourself. So you need the horse to actually move you.
Speed,
it's a carriage class. You've got to be carried.
And Reds just rank in the lowest. Reds and DK. However, DK, you can also grip people, which is an instant gap closer.
Also, no cooldown on slow for DK. DK can pretty much perma-slow people. Easily.
And they don't have a cooldown on their slow, so they can make the whole team slow as them.
It's like, I know what I'm talking about.
We have Steed and Freedom. They're both on the GCD. I think Steed should be off GCD so we can use Freedom and Steed combo. But currently,
at the bare minimum,
GCD, Steed, GCD. You already lost a second of the Steed. You only have 2 seconds of the Steed. How far can you get when they purge the Freedom or spell seal it? It's just miserable experience. And when we had these back in the day, Reds really never complained about mobility. I don't know what this thought process was, taking this all away and giving us a Steed.
All of it, yeah, seriously.
A worse version of Speed of Life, in my opinion. We went from a Giga Chad that could be never slowed or kited into a Gigasoid that cannot catch anything.
Okay, the thing is, with Arm of the Law, you could never be kited. But if they took away just Arm of the Law, you could have been kited still. Mages would still kite you, and what's called shamans could still kite you, because that's how it is, right? And druids would always kite you, right? Just like you can't even compete with druid movement speed. But at least we had a chance to get to them for a good amount of time before they run away. Now you can't even get to them. It's like good fucking luck. It's like by the time you get to them, your freedom is gone. They freeze you, they slow you, and they run away.
And just get memed on as a wheelchair. Big depression.
Also,
going into the next page.
So this was their fix for Ret Paladins. Well, since you can only reach the target barely for like maybe a couple of seconds in the fight, then we're gonna give you a massive fucking burst, which doesn't feel good for the Paladin and doesn't feel good for the other players. It's like, well, if he reaches you, you're dead. That's not fun. There's no outplay in this. It's just, well, let me just hit 3 buttons and do 80,000 damage combo. Wow, big skills.
Red's not really prominent in any fields.
Didn't even read this part. Red Paladins. I don't want to one-shot. I don't want to keep winning. Give me a well-balanced, useless class so I can keep whining about my wheelchair. True. One-shots are subject to tuning, thus temporary. Wheelchair designs are forever. True, also. So, what happened in 9.0? Red Paladins were just like one-shotting everyone. 9.1, even before that, they hard nerfed a lot of the Paladin one-shot potential. You could still one-shot. But everyone knew after that nerf, when the HP numbers are gonna go up, bro, when people have over 80,000 HP, you are not one-shotting them. Okay? Like, there's no fucking way. With all the gear in the world, you're not one-shotting an 80,000 HP motherfucker. Okay? Yeah, because we know one-shotting, first of all, won't last. Second of all, it's not fun. And we were not even, like, the top in the arena. Like, if you look at the arenas at that time, you had a few Red Paladins, sure. But it was mostly mages, rogues, and warriors. Like, vast majority of it. There was, like, maybe, I think, 3 or 4 Red Paladins in the top 100 for arena. It's not a lot. It's not a lot. Okay, Red not prominent in any field such as CC mobility defensive. Does not bring MS. What do we have? Slaps on a bandage, call it good. Core design is flawed. One-shotting is brain dead, takes no skill, and no one likes it. Give us our constant damage back and our fundamental abilities that made this class fun back in the day. Buddy, 100%. The one-shotting is fun for like two matches, and then it's like, okay. I'm gonna click on my buttons. He didn't die. Alright, we're gonna just avoid them for the next minute, so I have all my buttons back except for wings.
Such as CC,
it's really, really bad.
Mobility, good defensive, doesn't bring MS. What do we really have? So, since we're weak on everything, Blizzard slapped on a bandage, gave us big wing damage, and called it good. I think the design around that is very, very bad. Yep. I don't think any class should have this insane damage to one shot, which is the case in Shadowland. Everyone is just one shot.
Which, by the way,
right.
When you are about to one shot, it is one of the most obvious things. To the point where, here's how you counter Red Paladin. You see wings, run away. If you can't run away, well, you should have saved your stun so you could run away. That's it. Wait 20 seconds, it's gone. Paladin can't do any damage for the next 1 minute. Enjoy your time. Oh, Seraphim is popped. Alright, dodge him a little bit, CC him a little bit. There's almost no reason to even CC a Paladin up until you see a cooldown up. Meanwhile, every other class, you have to CC them constantly, right? It's like, Red Paladin can do whatever the fuck he wants without being CC'd, as long as he doesn't pop cooldowns. You pop cooldowns, buddy. That's it, man. You are not moving. You better have saved your fucking bubble to just be able to do any damage at that point.
I really wish Blizzard would move away from that. It's not fun for the healers, it's not fun for the players.
Shit design, yeah.
But this is another topic. Like, of course, healing has to be tuned to. Moving along to this comment. Red Paladins, I don't want to one-shot. I don't want to keep winning. Give me a well-balanced, useless class so I can keep whining about my wheelchair. Little meme comment, but he kind of covered it well.
Yeah.
I don't think any class should one-shot. It doesn't take skill, like I said. And being the wheelchair class sucks. We were never a wheelchair. And this young gentleman over here comments, one-shots are subject to tuning, thus temporary.
Yep.
Wheelchair design is forever. A good example is a Subtlety Rogue. Even if damage is nerfed, they still bring CC to the table, so they're still invited for setup comps. Where Red Paladins, if you guys take away our damage, nobody wants
we bring nothing.
Because what do
we bring? This is what people complain about. You bring Word of Glory. Okay, so you might as well bring a healer instead of a Red Paladin, because we are not doing any damage when we use Word of Glory. Just bring a healer. Fuck it, just bring 2 healers and a warrior. You might have a better chance than with the Red Paladin.
We really bring. We have 1 stun on a 1-minute cooldown. We have no mobility. Our defensive is trash, which I'll cover soon. Doesn't bring MS. Almost every class has MS in PvP now. We just have that big damage with
What's
them.
MS,
like a glass cannon.
Got movement speed. What is MS? Yeah.
That can't really move.
Not sure.
It's a sad design. And next expansion, which I was super excited for, maybe potentially seeing our mobilities coming back, but you guys mentioned that the core design will be around consecration. And
so bad.
I don't think
Consecration is like the worst thing. Okay, the only way you can make consecration even remotely viable in PvP, it has to follow the paladin by default. Not even a talent. Just make it follow the paladin. Wherever the paladin is, that's where consecration goes. It can be in a slight delay. It can be like slightly behind the paladin. I don't care. It has to move with the paladin. Otherwise, it's completely useless PvP. No one's gonna stand in it.
we were too happy, and I'm sorry if we weren't excited for the talents.
Yeah, obviously.
I know you guys must have put a lot of time and thought into it, but this is how everyone sees the talent.
Savix, know you want to be nice, but you've done this every expansion. Your talents suck balls, Savix. The left side of the ret tree is all consecration. The entire talent, you a prot paladin, you gotta make a big deal out of it. If you don't...
If I don't, the expansion goes out like this,
Yep.
and all Reds have to suffer. So I'm speaking for all the Reds. Please add the fundamental movement mobilities back. I beg you.
Zarya always complains about mages every expansion. That class is the most broken fucking thing in the universe. That shit's always busted. Okay? Red's been a wheelchair for 7 years. Go out there and fucking... You're not even asking for that much.
Not 7. Legion, BFA, and Shadowlands. In what? Red was fine.
Are we asking for too much, Blizzard? I hope I'm not. And thank you for watching the video if you are. I hope you guys are. Alright, going into our last page. We're almost done. I'm so sorry for keeping you this long. I know your time is precious and you gotta work on the game to make it super good. Hopefully Dragonflight pops off. Thank you for working hard. I appreciate it. In fact,
I haven't seen them working hard yet.
Expansions on my stream every day because I want everyone to try it. And the new X-Pack is always a banger, and hopefully this one's a success. Okay, last page. Thank you for adding Divine Protection back. Shield of Vengeance was really, really bad.
Bro, Shield of Vengeance, in my opinion, I don't care. Like, Divine Protection is nice. In my opinion, they should have just made Shield of Vengeance like massive. At least 2 or 3 times as powerful as it is. Because right now, no one's even afraid of it. So for example, if a druid pops thorns, you are not touching that fucking druid. For like 8 seconds, you are not attacking the druid. It's not worth it. He takes no damage. You take a shit ton of damage. Not worth it. Shield of Vengeance should be exactly the same thing. You see Shield of Vengeance, you are not attacking that paladin. Unless like you're sure you can kill him through it. Sure. But like right now, you're not afraid of the damage of Shield of Vengeance. And you're like, okay, well, he has 20% more HP for like a few seconds. Whoa. Big fucking deal. You overkill him by 40% anyways.
We needed this. Now we can choose from Divine Protection or Shield of Vengeance. Amazing. And earlier, I talked about a part where we said we had the worst defenses, correct? And I have 2 examples to show you.
Of the classes in the game that are very clearly at a lower level of defensiveness than everyone else, off the top of my head, it is Ret Paladin, it is Old Frostmage before they took back Raider and Viz, so they're no longer on this list. It's all specs of Hunter, it's Healer Priest, and I don't think there's any other class that's anywhere close to those people. Those people, if you're doing a boss like Sludge Fist with a massive hit to your raid, those are the people, regardless of it being physical damage, those are the people that are in danger more often throughout the fight because they just have less tools to deal with it.
Sorry, I sped it up. I just wanted to show you guys fast. PvP as well. I'm gonna call it Shield of Paper because it's literally a paper. In reality, when you see somebody burst, you pop a defensive and it equals out, correct? And here I pop Shield of Vengeance, Warrior goes through it instantly. I end up having to bubble.
SOV used to act like Druid Thorns. Yep, players avoided hitting you when popped because it dealt so much damage. However, that was nerfed in early Legion, and now the ability is a joke. Players just shred through it. Then
this is the case.
They just don't care about it. Yeah. Also, Druid Thorns is not as visible as SOV. So, like, a Druid can pop Thorns for a few seconds before you realize he popped it, unless you have, like, obviously add-ons and stuff like that. SOV is the most obvious fucking cooldown. You're like, we pop it? Okay, no problem. Not attacking you for a bit. Like, it's not a big deal.
I pop Shield of Vengeance. Yeah, I'll just play it
dead.
Oh my god, I'm getting destroyed. Shield of Paper, chat. It's already gone. That's my wall, by the way. Now I'm dead. At the bubble. And bubble is a 5-minute cooldown versus a 2-minute, 3-minute cooldown. I don't think this equals out well at all. The design is flawed.
Oh yeah.
On top of that, Divine Shield
garbage,
can
not
be
even flawed.
Shadow Throne or Dispelled by Priest. So thank you for adding
all
Divine Protection back. I think it's a bug right now. Please tell me it's a bug. It used to be here. You could choose some Shield of Vengeance with Divine Protection. Now maybe because of that, we don't become the main kill target in RPG and Arena. Next
You still will be. Dude, Divine Protection is not going to be that much. 20% reduced damage is not... Or whatever it was. Should be 20%, I guess. is not that big. I'm sorry. It's really not that big. Especially because you're not popping it 100% HP. You're popping it at like 40% HP. 20% is not going to do much when you're in execution range.
Cleanse Toxin. I think it should be revamped 100%. I have an example here. You see where I'm poisoned? I press Cleanse. 8-second cooldown. Rogue touches me again. I'm instantly poisoned.
Yeah, what's the point of this?
I think if I use Cleanse Toxin, we shouldn't be poisoned again for at least 2 to 3 seconds. This is not asking for too much, right? Because against rogues, there's literally zero reason to use Cleanse.
Yeah.
Because they just apply it right away so fast.
The only time you would
lastly-
use it is if you manage to, like, the rogue put the poisons on you and it's not focusing you and you need to heal yourself. For some reason, he's not focusing you at that time, is when you can cleanse and then heal a bit because the reduced healing is not going to happen. But when does this ever happen in such a situation?
This is not major, but it would be nice if you could take off GCD
Yep.
from our auras. You
Yeah.
see how everything's on a GCD when I pop them? So say I'm in Devotion Aura and I'm popping Freedom into Steed, into Crusade Aura.
Yeah.
That is 3 GCD, and I don't know what to say compared to Warriors. Their stances are much better. I don't think we can argue about that. It's way
I didn't
better.
even know that stances on Warrior are not GCD.
And it's on a separate GCD. It has its own GCD.
Oh my dude. There's absolutely no reason for auras to be on the GCD if you already made Warriors not on GCD for stances. Stances are literally auras. I swear the devs just hate Paladins, like straight up. We used to have devs that love Paladins, and now they hate Paladins.
Which is so nice.
It makes
Auras
no
don't do
sense.
half of what they could do. And it's on a miserable GCD. And
Yep.
this has gone way too long. I think this should be on
That's
a separate
so
GCD
dumb.
Blizzard. And that's pretty much it. I do have this on my side. I don't know if you guys will trust this website, but Paladin, they're not doing too hot. This is a list.
Dude, they never were. Even when people were saying Paladin is S tier in PvP, bro, they were not. The only time they were S tier was when they were paired with a Warrior. That's because the Warrior is S plus tier, and it carries almost any other class to S tier. It's not because the Paladin is S tier.
BFA through Shadowland. And
Yep.
Reds, they've never been doing too hot. And it sucks playing this class. Please, change the fundamentals. Give us constant damage back. You could take away the wing burst. Give us back at least Pursuit of Justice, or bring back Long Arm of the Law, the buffed version. Instead of
Also, like, the thing is, it's like, do you really take away the... I'm not saying, like, go full burst like you are now, but there's no reason to take away the wind burst. Look at Fire Mage, bro. Fire Mage has a lot of constant damage, has the procs that do a good chunk of damage, and the burst phase is even, like, is insane. I don't see why Paladins shouldn't have a burst phase, but yeah, we need some constant damage as well, obviously.
giving us the 20% with 2-second version.
That was bad.
Just doesn't add up well.
It's
So
bad.
for the people that don't know, they gave us long arm back, but it was
They added then removed after players set 20% for 2 seconds is a little weak. So 20% is a little weak, Blizzard. Can we actually get like an actual long arm of the law? Oh, okay. We're just gonna remove it.
20% movement
Fucking
speed for
Blizzard,
2
man.
seconds. And our
Idiots.
judgment was a 10-second cooldown. When it used to be 45 seconds for 3 seconds on a 5-second cooldown. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Also the cooldown on Hand of Hindrance, maybe reduce that, or just give us Burden of Guilt back. That would be so nice.
Hand of Hindrance, in my opinion, should be 15 seconds at the most. I think honestly should be 10 seconds, but 15 seconds is fine, I think. Usually, because you could get Hand of Hindrance technically whenever you had Seal of Judgment and you judged with it, you would put Hand of Hindrance on people, which was basically a 10-second cooldown. You might as well put it on 15 seconds. 30 seconds is a joke. Hand of Freedom is like 30-second cooldown, right? So it's like it doesn't even work on like anything.
And I would love you guys. Also, Empower Seal.
Actually, 20
it's a
second
lot
on
of
for Hand of
skill.
Freedom.
I love this ability. That's a thought as well.
Empowered seals
But
were cool.
majorly,
They don't have seals now,
constant damage
though.
instead of wing, and some of these back, please, Blizzard. Please. I'll never unsub.
Not even some. Long arm of the law, the way it was, give it back.
Please.
Just give it back.
I know you guys are trying your best to make it.
No, they're not. Dude, they are definitely not trying their best. They tried their best on the first 2 or 3 classes that they released, and then they have half-assed everything after that. Which, by the way, I believe was Warrior and Mage, or 2 of the first classes. And Warlock, probably.
Balance, and I know it can be super stressful.
Everyone else after
So
that
thank you
was
guys. I
kind of shit.
appreciate it a lot. If you guys did watch, thank you. If you haven't, I guess I'm just talking to myself. Anyway.
You technically still talk to yourself, just recording it.
Have a wonderful day. This is just where all the Ret Paladins are coming from, and deep inside our heart. We don't want...
The funniest thing is he made the exact same video before Shadowlands. Not in this format, but it's like it basically said the same thing.
Want to be memed on as a wheelchair, please consider taking this seriously. I
don't mind the meme. It's like I hate that the meme is true though. I don't mind the meme. Alright. Cool. Yeah, Ultimate Consecration build. Yeah, it's fucking garbage. Yeah, anyways, it is what it is. I highly doubt they'll make Ret any good. Because what they said, why they removed Long Dick of the Law. I know their philosophy on Ret Paladin is just extremely fucking dumb. I love how people think that, well, you get a bubble. Yeah, what can you do in a bubble? 5 fucking abilities, which 2 of them are probably heals at least. So maybe 3 abilities. Wow, yeah, you can really do a lot of damage with 3 fucking abilities, man. And one of them is usually probably a horse. So you have Divine Shield, GCD. You have 2 Words of Glories, probably, or like Word of Glory and Heal. Okay, Heal is also a cast time and a GCD. So there goes like 4 seconds. Then you have, what's it called? You use the steed at some point, probably either to get to somebody or to hide after, right? And then what's your levels? 2 to 3 seconds of doing something else within your bubble time. It's fucking dog shit, okay? No one bubbles Earth like full HP, okay? It's unless you're pretty sure you can one-shot somebody. Really, really dumb. But anyways, that's the video. I have a lot of doubts regarding Ret Paladins. As always, they haven't done anything good with Ret Paladins, like, since WoD. Legion was kind of fine, but that was only because they gave us the Ashbringer. But as far as like gameplay went, it was kind of dog shit, let's be real. We did do a lot of damage doing in Taurus though, so I'll give them that. But damage doesn't make it fun. If damage was fun, I would just play whatever does the best damage at the time and not worry about anything else. But I'm not enjoying those other classes, mainly Demon Hunter, Mage, and stuff like that. But yeah, anyways, that's the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.